Welcome back to Real Estate 101. Today we're going to continue our discussion on home selling and talk a little bit about maximizing your home's value. And I'm pleased to be joined once again by Ken and Laima Scott of Cambridge, Ontario. Ken, Laima, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Ken, so I'd like to start with you. When you're meeting with a seller, what exactly is it that you do to help them increase and maximize their home's value?
Well, the first thing we do is we want to help them prepare their house to get the maximum value.
Right.
It has to show well. The second thing we do is we discuss with them what the right price has to be so that they can get the best value out of their house. And the third thing we do is we go through strategies that we know of that are going to help them create multiple offers.
All right, Laima, so to piggyback off what Ken was saying there, when you meet with a home seller, part of the process is coming up with a plan, I guess, to prepare the home for market. So what do you specifically do that helps them with that?
So some of the homes that we list are already prepared. They show immaculately and they're exceptionally clean. Others need some tweaking to it. They'll need additional attention to. So what we'll then do is we'll have them prepare the home by addressing any minor repairs and also uncluttering them. And then in addition, making sure that they're sparkling clean as well.
All right, Ken. So as you know, when people are buying real estate, what they're really in effect buying is space, right? Everybody wants bigger space. So I know everybody talks about uncluttering a house when you're selling it, but how important really is it? I mean, does it make a difference or?
Uncluttering is very important. If people can't see the space, then they have really no reason to move. Because one of the reasons why they're moving is because they lack space.
Right.
So clutterness is really getting in the way, and it also blocks positive flow. And if we can't see that, and if the buyer can't feel it, then they don't get that emotion that makes them want to buy.
And Joe, we also have excellent people we use to help with the decluttering stage and also with our unique staging process too. Once we go through that process, we find people have felt that the weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
All right, so what about repairs and stuff? Like, you know, lots of houses you go and list, they need work sometimes. You got to fix certain things. Like who takes care of that?
Well, minor repairs have to be addressed. If they're not, people will not be interested in the home, because one of the reasons why they're moving is to get into a different home and get rid of all the problems that they had with their previous home. So we have excellent people that we use to help us with this. We have a carpenter who's professional, and we have also other trades. And all of the trades that we use are very efficient, quick, and they are not expensive.
All right, so you talked about setting the price for the house. How do you, is there like a method that you use? How do you come up with the right price?
The method that we use is pretty much the same method that most real estate agents use when determining the price. It's called the market comparison approach to value. And what we have to do is look at properties that are competitive to them, which means what's for sale now. And we really have to also look at what's sold, because what's sold is really telling the story. And once we know what those comparisons are, we could determine the right price. We say the best logical asking price, because there could be a high, medium, and low.
Right.
And if a seller does not pick the sharp price for us to sell it, then they're not doing themselves a favor.
And by setting the right price, that will help accomplish the seller receiving top dollar for their home.
All right, so with the market as competitive as it is right now and everything selling multiple offer, what is it that you're doing for your sellers to help them also, sell their home under multiple offer?
Right now, with the market being as hot as it is, presently we're using Form 244, and what that form allows us to do is to pick a specific date where we're going to be presenting offers so the seller and the buyers are aware of the actual timing for it. And what this ends up helping is the homes are selling more than the asking price.
Besides Form 244, what we also do is have the house show midweek up in the MLS system and in the marketing of the house. And also, we want to make sure that all of the pictures and all of the videos show up. So when it comes out, it's parallel on the MLS system and everybody sees that house at the same time.
All right. So what about open houses? Do you utilize them?
We do. What we do is when we put our for sale sign on the lawn, we also put an open house Sunday 2 to 4 sign on the lawn. And when people are coming to look at the house Thursday or Friday or Saturday, and they like that house, they do not want that open house to happen.
All right. So you've been in this business a long time. Do you have any examples for us and where you helped your sellers maximize their home's value?
We have many examples. One recent one is where we went into a house that needed a lot of work. The seller didn't want to do the work, but we wanted to maximize the value for them. So they listened to us. We had our crew come in. We turned the house around. We listed it for more money than they expected it. And then we sold it for more than the asking price through multiple offers. And it happened all before the open house.
All right. So for viewers of our show that are watching out in the Cambridge, Kitchener, Waterloo region that are interested in your real estate services, how do they get in touch with you?
You can reach myself or Ken at 519-651-6228, or our website is klsrealty.com.
Okay, great. Ken, Laima, great stuff. Thanks for coming on today's show, and hope to see you guys sometime down the road.
Thank you, Joe, for having us.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
So there you have it. If you're looking for top realtors in the Kitchener, Cambridge, Waterloo region, get in contact with Ken and Laima Scott. I'm Joe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.